What's up, everyone? My name's Sam Oler, and I'm a Toledo, Ohio area realtor. And I'm going to show you some tricks on how I find deals for my clients so that they don't have to overpay on their home in today's market. So what's the first thing you think of when you want to buy a house? You want that turnkey property that's been newly renovated with all the bells and whistles. Well, everyone else does too, and that's why everyone is paying over asking price, making up appraisal gaps, giving up their inspections, and the list goes on. You're going to want to focus on what everyone's going after, and you're going to want to do the opposite, because that's where you're going to find your deals and get properties either under asking price or not have to give up your inspections, which you should never do. So the best way to go against what everyone else is doing is to look at those properties that have been sitting on the market for 20 plus days. In today's market, there's no reason something should sit on the market active for more than 2 weeks, just because of the sheer demand for everything. That either means it's overpriced or the sellers are being too picky, but if their motivations are right, you can score yourself a pretty solid deal. So I'm gonna hop in here and show you exactly what I look for when I'm looking at these properties. I don't even have Zillow on my iPad. Well, we're gonna axe that for a second while I download Zillow. So I'm gonna hop on my Zillow app and show you exactly how you yourself can look for homes in order to beat out your competition in today's market. So I am going to search my market. All right, so let's say we've got a budget of 150. So I'm gonna open my filter, make it 150 or less. We're gonna say we want 2 bedrooms at least. Call it 2 bedroom, 1 bath. So that way we get a really broad area. And I'm just gonna kind of go around all of Toledo. And let's see here. So this one's a new listing. Let's check it out. Oh, it's loading. Ah, there we go. Okay. So we've got this property. We're scrolling through the pictures. It's not too bad. It's only been on the market for an hour. Everything's a little outdated, but it's still all in really good condition, it looks like. And I expect this house to sell within a couple days. One hour Washington local. All right, so that's something that a lot of people are probably gonna go after. So we're gonna try and stay away from that one. So I'm out of that new listing that I think is gonna sell pretty quickly, and I am going to look for something that's a little bit better of a deal in that area. Now looking at it, I see there's something listed for 70,000. That's a 3 bed, 1 bath. So let's try and see what that's all about. So this one's been on Zillow for 6 days. It's not quite at the point where the seller's hurting to sell, but I mean, it looks like they've got it pretty well priced. So you might have some competition with this one, but it looks like it needs the roof at least patched in order to pass some sort of appraisal. The driveway is all cracked and got overgrown, but I mean, you're gonna put a little bit of work into it anyways, and that's kind of what you want, because that's how you're not gonna overpay for houses in this market. Got a decent sized backyard. Inside's all outdated. You could easily change out the appliances, paint the cabinets, or put new cabinets up, change the light in there, do something with whatever that back area is, whether it be new floors or I don't even know, turn it into a mudroom, make it something nice. So yeah, this one might be a good contender for someone who needs something to fix up. However, you might only be able to land this one if you have a conventional loan because of that roof, and depending on whatever else is wrong with it. If you're an FHA buyer, you're gonna want something more that just needs paint. So at that point, you're gonna wanna look for something that's overpriced and probably just lowball them to where it'll actually sell. So let's check out this 105,000. It says new, but 2 beds, 1 bath. 2 days. No. Trying to find something a little overpriced. One day. Nope. Everything's moving like crazy out here. See, man, everything's brand new around here. Can't keep anything on the market. So now, this is just going to show you that this isn't a foolproof method. It's just what I use in order to get into houses and still get that good deal. All right, let's jump to one that I know needs some work. This one's gonna be right back in here. All right, so here's this property. This one's been on the market for a really long time. It's a really good investment in my opinion, however, not at $99,000. This house is probably worth $120,000 at full renovation, and I am looking at it saying it's been on Zillow for 6 days, so something's wrong here. Because this house has been on the market for 60 days. And I've been keeping my eye on it. So, they're saying it's a ranch home, finished basement. Not sure if the AC works, near grocery stores. Selling as is to settle in a state. There's your ticket. They're overpriced and they're settling in a state. So these people probably want to get rid of the property. It's just burning a hole in their pocket. So you're gonna wanna get in there. This one does not have any interior pictures. I have been in this house. It needs updates pretty badly, but the exterior, it's really nice. I mean, those deck posts need to be reset on something a little more stable. However, it's got a really nice garage, really nice yard, but the windows are old on this. So you're gonna have a really big picture window to replace. The interior is gonna need a lot of work. So in order for this to make a lot of sense, you're gonna need to buy it around $60,000 at the most. And I know buyers are constantly getting worried about offending them or whatever, but if it's been listed for 3 months, 2 months, like, it doesn't matter if you offend them. The worst they can say is no. And that's what I tell everyone. You're not losing anything by making a lowball offer on a property that's been on the market. And the best thing to do with that is to write out why you're offering a lower price, because sometimes they don't always see what needs to go into it. If they're listing this house at $100,000 and it's not worth that and you know it, you need to be able to go in there and explain logically why it's not worth that. And if you were to put, say, $30,000 into this house, you'd be underwater on it. There's no reason to buy this house for $100,000. So now that was just a quick idea on what you were looking for, something that needs a little bit of work. The main thing that you're gonna wanna look for if you're an FHA loan is something that needs paint and carpet, maybe floors, because if you just do that, that's gonna completely transform the feel of a house, and it's relatively cheap to do, but it's still gonna pass an FHA loan. However, if you have a conventional loan, you're gonna be open to a lot more opportunities because those rules are a little bit more lax on what they approve for the house. So talk to your realtors, get an idea of how the market's going, and that's one of the best ways that you're gonna get a good deal in today's market. So let's talk a little bit about if you're gonna go for the house that everyone really likes. If you decide that you wanna make an offer and there are multiple offers on that property, you're gonna need to make your offer stand out and be more appealing. Now there's a ton of different ways you can do it. I've done everything from writing personal letters to turn in with my offer to getting really creative with how you structure everything. Some things that have worked for me in the past are offering above ask price. And if you don't think it's gonna appraise for that, you're gonna wanna offer to make up some sort of appraisal gap, whether it be 1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000, whatever you're comfortable with. You can offer extra money to cover sellers' closing costs. You can get rid of your inspections, which you, in my opinion, should never do. I always try and get my clients an inspection just so they know what they're getting into, because you're not doing your due diligence if you do otherwise. Now there are some really out there ideas. I've even seen people offering to bring tacos and margaritas to closing in order to get their offers accepted. I've seen free tacos for a year. Your mind can really go anywhere when you're thinking outside of the box. You're gonna want your buying agent to be very friendly with the listing agent and make it so that there's someone there that the listing agent is gonna wanna work with. Now this is totally up to them, and you can't really control that. So a lot of it is going to play into who you choose as your realtor. So I hope this video helps, and if you're starting to look for a home or become serious about it, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help you out if you're looking in the Toledo or Cleveland area, and if you're not, feel free to reach out still, because I can hook you up with a realtor and get you someone who's really going to take care of you, and that's just so important to have in today's market. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you liked it and subscribe, just so you could see more of my content. I am an investor and a realtor, so there is going to be a lot of real estate content coming up here in the future, especially as I finish up some of these other properties that I've been filming. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll catch you in the next one.